Hi everyone, welcome to the end of week 2 of sort of this situation that we're in. I don't know what you call it. ISO, Rona, COVID-19, everybody's called it something, but I've been getting out and about doing a little bit of work, visiting some of our 24/7 services, helping out with Wattle House, collecting some food, but generally it's been working from home, and it is challenging. I find the end of the day most challenging. How do I switch off from my work mode and get into home mode, even though I'm not driving home from an office? So I've been making a very conscious effort to turn off the computer, to change, to go for a walk or a drive around the area. I had to go to Bunnings the other day, and that was an interesting experience with all lines drawn on the floor, security guards out the front. But last week we talked about staying hydrated and not dehydrating, if you remember the video I made about going for a walk, praying, meditating, reading, doing whatever it is that you need to do to stay hydrated, stay rich in your spirit, stay physically active, stay emotionally engaged. And this week I want to get all chaplain on you and tell you a story from the Bible. So if you buckle up and get ready, I've got an interesting story. Well, I think it's interesting anyway. And it does involve chickens.
So far away from me. You're so far away from me.
All the way through the Bible, it's recorded as saying, don't fear, fear not, particularly in the life of Jesus. You know, these angels come and everyone's freaked out, and he says, fear not. And at other times he says, do not fear, have no fear. To be honest with you, it doesn't really help. Like just having someone tell you, don't be afraid, I don't know about you, but that does not help me. I do a lot of bushwalking, and I hate snakes. I don't like snakes at all. Someone telling me, don't fear, does nothing for me. This odd little story in the Bible, it's found in the book of Mark, and people following Jesus pull him aside and they say, yeah, Jesus, because King Herod, he wants to kill you. Jesus' response is interesting. He says, tell that fox I'm busy at the moment. I've got things to do. I'm not even going to be near him for another 3 days. So look, I'm not really that worried. He then stops and he looks around him at the people gathered, and he has compassion. He has compassion for the people, and he says, I'm like a mother hen. I want to gather my little chickens around me and protect them under my wings. Now, I don't know about you, but that's a funny metaphor to join. It's good news that Jesus shows no fear in the threat that he gets from the king who wants to kill him, just calls him a fox. A fox. But then goes into a story referring to himself as a chicken. There's no 10-step strategy to combat fear of Herod. He just turns to the people and says, I'm like a mother hen, gathering you guys, my chickens, under my wings. I love the feminine image that's used here. So often in the Bible, it's so many masculine images. Father, God, the 12 disciples that we read about, all men. But in this image, Jesus, who in my faith, I believe he is God incarnate. He's God in a bod, for want of a better expression. So here he is saying God is a mother. God is like a mother hen protecting her young. But then there is also this strange image that Jesus uses straight after referring to the king who wants to kill him as a fox, and tells us that he is like a chicken. Since when is a chicken any defense against a fox? The attacker, King Herod, fox, the attackee, Jesus, chicken. Chickens never win against foxes. Chickens don't win, foxes win. What I learn in this story is that the greatest fear is fear itself. This is a time of fear. There's a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety around. The last thing I want to do is tell you to be brave. That doesn't help any more than someone standing next to a snake with me screaming saying, Scott, don't fear. I do. I do fear. The reason telling me not to fear or telling you to be brave, just pull your socks up in light of the COVID-19 pandemic. The reason it doesn't work is that the opposite of fear is not bravery. The opposite of fear is actually love. The picture of a mother hen gathering her chicks under her wings is a picture of love. It's not about bravery. Nothing about that will protect them against a fox. The COVID-19 fears are real. Nothing we can do will stop it. We can reduce it with hand washing and social isolation and distancing and all those things, but it's there, it's real. What will reduce our fear? Love will. The love of God, the love of others, acts of generosity, acts of kindness, acting in compassionate ways. These are the things that combat fear and combat anxiety. Even practicing patience at home. One of our values is perseverance. This is the ultimate test of perseverance. We don't really know how long this will go on for. So we need to say to that fox, COVID-19, fear, that we're going to love, we're going to persevere, we're going to exercise compassion on ourselves, to our families, to our neighbours where we can. And we're going to combat fear not with bravery, but with love.